Tickets to Saturday Night Show at the Fox are still available. They're $20 at the Fox box office or at the door the night of the show. More news straight away, but first here's Anthony to preview sports.
All right, the Dodgers' nail-biting series against the Pirates has either left you excitedly clapping or begrudgingly angry. No in between. But can LA let its fans sleep well tonight by doing something it hasn't done in over a month? Plus, a couple of coaching vacancies filled over at Cal State Bakersfield. I'll tell you which rebuilding teams have new leaders on the other side. Over the past month, and that's probably why the NL West standings have shifted in favor of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now as we kick off July, though, the tides could be turning. Arizona was blown out today, meaning LA can make the division race the closest it's been since early June. And I'll give you a spoiler. This guy right here, he made a huge difference tonight. Bats get started early, and there's that man. Freddie Freeman wastes no time, golfing one down the right field line for two. It seems like it's always somebody getting the scoring started for LA. Meanwhile, on the mound, fans finally caught what they were waiting for, a stellar start from Julio Urias. 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, nasty stuff all afternoon long. The curve was really working there as well. And how about a welcome sight at the plate? Is Max Muncy getting hot right before our eyes? That baseball certainly thinks so. It was sent 414 feet. Dodgers take 3 of 4 from the Buccos, and this W looms large in the race for the division. Take a look at this. Arizona's grip on the top spot is weakening by the day, folks. It's lost 4 consecutive games. Meanwhile, the boys in blue, they're sitting pretty at just a half game behind the Snakes. Giants lurking in the shadows with the Friars and the Rockies clearly not getting the memo. The goal is to actually win baseball games. Here's Freddie Freeman talking about the wins this week.
In 4 games to get a win, that's a big series for us, and especially going into All-Star break, trying to finish strong. And we've set ourselves up to finish strong, and we got 2 games against the Angels, good team, so hopefully we can continue that trend.
All right, bringing things back to the Golden Empire now as Cal State Bakersfield welcomes in a couple of new head coaches into the fold next year. Bernardo Silva takes the reins as the Roadrunners women's soccer team. On the dirt, Leti Olivares is set to lead the softball squad. Both sides are in need of a reboot as they haven't finished over 500 in over a decade. But in order to kick off the rebuild, both coaches believe it has to start with players right here in the Central Valley.
I love Valley kids and recruiting Valley kids, and I think that they have the toughness, and they have the soccer junkie, in them as well. And so I feel like that, for me, the recruiting profile of kids that I've been recruiting for the last 4 or 5 years is exactly what we're going to recruit here as well.
Yeah, I have a lot of ties with a lot of the local teams in this area and throughout California, and with me being able to have positions in like Texas and Arizona, I've been able to kind of build out as well too. So I think that that's really going to help with trying to get these Valley kids to stay in and want to compete, and bringing in other athletes that will help that.
We're 2 weeks away from the U.S.'s run to defend its Women's World Cup title. They'll kick off group play on Friday the 21st against Vietnam. This year's tournament includes 32 countries for the first time ever. But what isn't new, though, is the United States in the championship. The women have made the final 5 times and have the most World Cups with 4. Taking a look at the rest of the slate now. Group play continues with a couple of European teams. A rematch of the 2019 championship against the Dutch being one of them. The other is Portugal on the first day of August. And no, Ronaldo is not playing in that game, but Megan Rapinoe is. There'll likely be more matches on the docket, considering the U.S. has never failed to finish worse than 3rd in its World Cup history. And that's it for sports, everybody. More news on your way. Have a great night.